Boop.
Okay.
Ba-dum.
Hello.
What's
Hi.
up, my guy?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you two?
Oh, I should open things.
No.
What? What?
I see an arm. A floating arm.
You saw your arm floating.
The disembodied arm of Elric?
Yeah. He says hi, Cliff.
Hello.
Hello. Sirenscape and Fantasy Grounds. That is what we're opening right now.
I didn't start Sirenscape yet.
Well, good. So then I can
Because,
have it
yeah,
open.
exactly. Because I don't want to get yelled at for starting music up when no one's on. Like I'm a bad person or something.
Well,
Well, what? Well, what? Felix, who's about to get attacked by a monster at the very start of this, what do you have to say?
exactly. That's why you're a bad person.
For the choices that Felix made?
Yeah, you know, me implanting those thoughts into his mind.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
Maybe these will help.
Got your sexy specs on, huh?
So, how bad did they tell you your eyes were?
Huh?
How bad did they tell you your eyes were?
They said that my eyes were stable. Only thing I've ever been told about me is stable, but no. They're not that much worse, but it might partially be just because my glasses are 3 years old and well abused that I'm having issues with them. But I'm getting new glasses, so yay.
That is good.
Ow. That's in the way.
I'll probably get a re-up of LASIK in the next 4 or 5 years.
What's that even like?
What's what like?
LASIK?
Like the experience?
Yeah.
So like for one, like my eyesights are terrible. My eyesight was terrible. I had astigmatisms in both eyes. I was nearsighted and farsighted. My eyes were shaped like a football.
Oh.
Basically, you couldn't see shit.
Yeah. Like I had bifocals in elementary school. Yeah. My eyes were fucked. So they were able to get me up to 40/20 vision. And that was shit. 2013. So that was almost 10 years ago that I got it done.
Hot minute.
And last time I had my eyes checked was last year, I think, or the year before, and I was still 40/20 vision. So they were stable, which is good. But the process itself is pretty interesting. So you lay back and they put a laser on, they cover one eye and they put a laser on the other one. So you start hearing, and then it goes black for a second. And then when it wipes over your iris, you can just see. And it smells like burning hair.
Ew.
Yeah. So that's what happened. So he covered one eye and then blind, could see. And then they covered the other eye and then the same thing, blind, and then you could see. And then I could see ever since. And it was I still vividly remember waking up the day after and being able to see. It was like a religious experience. Like to not have to look for my glasses to be able to look at the clock next to the bed or something. Like you could just see. So, it's good times. It's good times, man.
And it didn't hurt at all. It was just weird visually.
Yeah, well, so for me, I had it done on a Friday, That
Does it only
entire
hurt on Tuesdays?
it only hurts on Thursdays. I had it done on Friday. That weekend, my eyes were dry, like I had sand in them almost. They were kind of itchy and dry. And by Monday, I was good. Every now and again, my eyes get dry, which I never had dry eyes, but that could be just because I'm fucking old now. But I never had dry eyes until after I had the LASIK surgery. So then I started getting dry eyes. Brittany, on the other hand, her eye, she's had chronic dry eye since she got it done. Like, so her eyes have been really bad. Like, she gets halos around her vision at night. Like, where she probably couldn't even drive at night if she wanted to because of the haloing that she gets. But we had two different types of LASIK. I had the type where they basically just shave off a layer of your eye, and then you have to wear a glass lens for like a week or something like that while it heals. That's the type that they do in like the military, or they do for firefighters or police. It's the old school way of doing it. It's supposed to have a longer recovery time, but it's supposed to be better in the long run. Brittany had the newer, supposed to be easier way, where they basically, they cut a flap of your eye off, peel it back, shave underneath it, then put your eye flap back on it and let it heal naturally so you don't have to wear a contact lens.
Yeah, I prefer yours. Yours sounds way less invasive and terrible.
Yeah. So there's two different types. One is LASIK, LASIK. One is LASEK. I don't remember which one is which, but the one that they do for the military is the one I would recommend anybody get if they're going to get LASIK.
Yeah, I don't think I want my eyeball to be cut into, to be fucking honest.
And it's funny, like when you're doing like a consultation for it, like before you even talk to the people about the consultation, they make you watch a video about how you can go blind getting LASIK done. Then you have your consultation, and then before you actually have your surgery, they make you sit and watch this entire like diorama of how you can go blind from the surgery, and then you have to sign the agreement that if you go blind, you won't sue the shit out of them. And then they're like, "Okay, let's go put a laser on your eyeball."
Can you like choose to get one eye done at a time? You're like, I'm okay with this.
Well, so it's like it wasn't like a machine. It was like a guy that did it, right? Like the doctor was in there doing the actual surgery. So like if I never got my vision back, I'm sure they probably would have done the other eye.
Yeah, like okay. Took my chances. I failed. Let me keep one.
Fucking eye doctor's like, listen, let me try on this other one.
Do it again.
Yeah, let me try on the other one. You got to redeem myself. I'm like, okay.
What are the odds that I'd mess up both times, right?
Right, exactly.
What are you doing to that child?
Heathcliff said, my best friend peeled back her own cornea. It ain't so bad. I don't think that...
Oh, you're going to tell this story. You're going to tell this story. I don't like this story, and you know that, Heathcliff.
No. This story, I remember this story, made me, like, physically sick to my stomach hearing this story.
Yeah,
Do not tell the story.
So how about you fucking don't?
How does everybody know the story and I don't know the story? Where the fuck was I at?
Do you talk to Heathcliff separately?
No,
Because
not
really.
He said it in...
Was it in the
chat before. He said it in chat before.
Oh. Yeah. I'm pretty
Like,
sure he had told me personally at one point. I was like,
like
oh!
I don't know if I'm a mod in your chat clip, but that one, I was like, that is crossing the line.
Ban.
I'll be right back.
Like, Sid, you can't ban Heathcliff.
I would never ban someone, but, you know, I put my kids in timeout all the time.
Oh, man. But anyways, I overall would recommend LASIK.
I would too, even though I never got it. I missed my fucking opportunity on that.
Be like, just call your Uncle Sam up and just tell him you owe me.
Like, I know you cut hair. You could cut a cornea, right?
No, your Uncle Sam. Not your actual uncle.
Yeah,
I don't trust
my
that motherfucker to do it. He's like, I'm good with the razor, man. Don't worry. Give you a nice thin shave.
my uncle, that's the barber. His name is Sam.
Is it really? That's fucking great. You have a
was like-
legit Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I was thinking too. I was like, the barber? Call him up.
Like, no, that doesn't make sense. Oh.
You know that straight razor you use to line shave people? Get
How
another
thin
job for
can you slice things with that? I need like thinner than a half of a sheet of paper. Yeah. But to this day, Brittany still calls me football eyes when she's mad at me, so. We had like the doctor was like Armenian. He was like, your eyes are shaped like the football. I was like, it's fucked up, Doc. Why would you say that to me?
I think this one is. Then this one got something completely else wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, if I maybe this was just like a hyperbole that they used to say, but like, I'm pretty sure I was nearsighted in one eye and farsighted in the other. Like, you'd think that'd just cancel it out and I'd have great vision, but it doesn't work that way. It's not like math.
Yeah, like good vision right here. Over here, you gotta like lean in, and over here, you gotta lean out.
Right, but right in the middle, that shit's like an eagle. I got a narrow canal of vision that I could just see everything.
Just a full-on predator view.
No, it just meant that my eyes were just fucked at any distance. It's like I gotta read shit like this. Okay, there we go. And also, I could never remember if nearsighted meant you can't see up close or that you could only see up close, because I think it means you can't see up close even though you're nearsighted.
No, I'm nearsighted because I can only see close.
Is it? I thought it was the opposite.
I don't know. Next time I hear it, it's gonna be the opposite. I already know it.
Just-
Megan's saying it one way, so next
I
person's
mean, the
gonna say
power
it
of
the other
Google
way.
compels you.
Just get LASIK.
I think I'm all set considering I really only need it for like driving.
Sin,
You know that thing that
your sin
keeps you alive?
Sin, your wife's insurance actually covers part of LASIK now. If she goes with the company one.
Oh, shit.
Fucking 20 seconds to go and John pops in.
He wasn't late. He is here.
He wasn't late. No, I mean, technically you are right. I am so fucking assed out today, dude. I've had 3 cups of coffee. I just finished a blackberry, blueberry, Red Bull cream freeze from my neighborhood
My eyes
Bigby.
hurt.
All right, everybody's here. I'm gonna switch over the scene. Boop. It feels so empty not having any music or anything on, even with us talking, like just not having a fucking view of Megan right now. But yeah, just the not having any sound or anything on is such a weird, like, just loneliness to it. I don't know. Hey everybody. Welcome to episode 48 of Lost Vegas. I don't have any news updates or anything, so we should be able to jump right into this. I feel like Megan has to do recap because it was Megan's episode.
Y'all keep saying that.
This is your mission.
I know.
I think everyone knows that, but you.
It's fine.
So while she does that, I'm gonna put on some moody music.
Okay,
Sorry, just accidentally yanked out my earbud.
don't do that.
Yeah, okay. So, last session started with us hearing a awful roaring, crying sound. I don't know what to describe it. Cliff, how do we describe broodmother's noise?
Yeah, kind of like a echoing. I don't know what you'd call that.
Yeah, so here are that. And out comes a giant fish goblin guy, individual. Yeah. And Felix is like the last one at the door frame while everybody's running in. He's just like, okay, yeah, just try to empty my laser rifle into this, and my laser rifle blew up in my hands. Great. Let's throw some essence stuff in there. Cast some havoc and stuff like that. It works. Felix is impressed with himself, but it's time to run. We start running. Okay. I wasn't ready. Felix starts to run, make his way down the stairs to chase after everyone else. And, we're running. Willow and X are much further ahead. Sophie and Tal are together, but, like, Tal seems like he's kind of fucked because he had taken Sophie's essence, but he definitely seems intoxicated by it, to say the least, and isn't incredibly responsive. There's a point where he's carrying Sophie because she's so messed up, and he accidentally sucks the life essence out of her a bit, and again, he's... Yeah, doesn't really realize it. Sophie doesn't know what's going on, so she's not really mentioning it right away. We can continue running. The Fish Goblin Queen is rather smart and, like, jumps the railing of the stairs so she can get closer to Felix faster. While we're running, Felix makes it down to the floor we originally started at and makes his way full speed into the original gambling area. We had fought those 6 guys who were dragging women around. With Goblinoids still fresh on their heels, Sophie hears a noise and we realize, oh good, where we originally had Fish Goblin come out of, we can hear more coming now. So now they're coming from 2 directions. Felix conveniently catches up. Yeah. And puts himself in a defensive stance between Tal, Sophie, and these things. Tal, in his doped out look, just puts a hand on Felix, and Felix sees the essence activating, and just nods. Are you done?
Is that a serious question? Is Cliff done fucking with us? Ever?
Well...
Sorry.
And then... he teleports Felix and him to Sophie, and then all of them to as far as he can away, which is, like, basically right at the turn of the hallway where we could get to the hotel room we originally came out of to enter the building. We make our way over there, now a good distance away from these things, which are definitely still coming. And Felix goes to continue to the stairwell to go back up to look for Kay. And everyone else is like, no, I'm tapped. I don't have enough energy. Do you see how messed up Tal is? The next is like, your friends need you. And Felix goes, yes, she does.
My more important friend.
Nah,
Those were his words, right? Right?
No.
Oh.
No, those weren't his words. Felix doesn't use all the words in his heads, but you know.
Damn! He didn't say it, but yes.
No. Felix doesn't use all the words in his head, which were, I'm going to look for Kay. And the remainder of the thoughts in Felix's head were, I know you can take care of them. But he didn't say that because, he just assumes everything is assumed. But regardless. Anyways. X is yelling at Felix like, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you can't do this. And Felix just kind of disconnects from the mind link and starts making his way up the stairs. And Sophie, Tal, and X and Willow go to get into the hovercraft while Felix continues up, as far as he can in the building, which is just 3 levels that are higher than where we are in the water, to the penthouse. Looking at the doors, he can see they're all still maglocked, which he knows from previous experience. X can't hack this, so I definitely can't hack this. And the last time I tried to get in this, I really just had to bust down the door, which isn't what we're going for here. So he takes a moment, pleads to God for strength and whatnot, and whether it comes from within Felix or outside, the use of a adventure card, we'll find out. Everybody gets more power points, and those back down on the hovercraft start to feel like the warmth of Felix's essence surround them as they are pulling away in the hovercraft. Felix then walks to the door and says that he's looking for a friend and to just please let him talk. Which behind the door he hears like a, quiet down, you're gonna get us all killed, and an older dude opens the door. I hate you. It's very distracting for me. Completely derails my train of thought every time.
I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
We're convinced.
And, this person, and Felix just, takes one look at this older guy and is like, you're not with the guys that are taking women, are you? And the guy's like, what, I'm gonna open the door after you ask for help, and you immediately accuse me? Felix is like, no, you just don't look the type, so I was surprised, because that's what I thought I would find here. The guy lets him in, where they can talk. There's a lady and some children and some other person that's kind of hiding in the shadows, definitely pointing a gun at Felix. Or something. I don't know. They talk. Felix says that he was looking for his friend who was taken by those other individuals. These people say that they saw the black speedboat drive off already, and that, there's not really much safety in this building. And then they ask where Felix came from, and he answers, and they ask if they can come back, and Felix is like, fuck, fine. And he goes onto the balcony to see if he can still see the others who are starting to move away in the hovercraft, and he luckily can. He goes back into the penthouse, grabs a pillow off the couch, sets it on fire with his essence, and throws it in their direction to try to get their attention. I thought you were done, Clifford.
With the applause.
This one was on point, though.
And, Willow sees this, looks up at Felix, and then looks back front because she's a bitch. And Sophie luckily hears the splash, sees a smoldering pillow, and then hears Felix whistling to try to get their attention to come back. And they return. X goes to make his way into the building, invisible-like, and waits at the door. To which he is greeted by Felix and these individuals bursting through as they started to make their way down. But before he had opened the door, 2 goblinoids had seen Felix and these individual, and Felix took them down with his bare hands, even though the old guy had given him a gun, because, you know, why would we use the gun when we have our fists? And, yep, they go in. X, who's invisible, is probably taken aback by the fact that a bunch of randos are now bursting in, and not Felix, while the broodmother rounds the corner of the hallway, roaring as it's charging towards Felix, who is making sure the others get in before him. And that's where we ended it. Howard, do that with your own voice. See, that's way better.
Hold on, I want to see what this sound effect is.
Too much for me. That's just like if somebody tried to make a scary porn. It sounds somewhat like moaning, somewhat like crying, but also eerie.
I think like these together, maybe. No, it's really not doing it for me.
Like that. I wasn't ready for that one.
All right. Good. I was hoping John to be back so we could start this up right away, because I don't know if he's gonna have to get involved here or not. But let's go back to my normal sounds.
You want to give us bennies and cards?
I don't.
I would like you to.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you were leaving it up to me, I don't want to, but
I don't like that answer, so. Ooh, perfect.
Oh, right. I should probably look at those cards we just got.
nah, you ain't got to do all that.
Nope. Good. Ow. Who needs eyes?
Right? Eyes are overrated.
Probably. Go get some sunglasses.
I don't know where any are.
How?
Well, because I wear these all the time, and I don't know where my sunglasses clips are for them. And also, wearing headphones makes my glasses poke into my head, and it hurts. So...
Did they have transition contacts?
Yes.
They do?
Do
That
they
must
really?
look terrifying.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
You look like Wes from Limp Bizkit. Fucking just turns all black. All right. So, Felix, you find yourself with this small gang of strangers following behind you. As you're running down the hallway inside the hotel, you see the broodmother charging. You get to the hotel room and open the door. Everybody starts shuffling in. Unbeknownst to them and to you, there's an invisible X inside of the hotel room, waiting to billy club you upside the head and knock you out. And you hear the sound of claws quickly moving down the hall, and you see this broodmother skid, slam into the wall, grab its footing, and start charging at you. This thing is maybe about 25 or so feet away from you, charging directly at you. You're the last one in the hall, standing by the door as everybody funnels in. What do you do?
So first off, whatever type of gun that guy handed me, can I have it?
Sure.
Thanks.
I know how to
It's not
spell.
black. Do you?
No.
I sure don't, so that makes 2 of us.
I don't. I have a really, really great vocabulary, but a really piss poor spelling ability. It's quite the conundrum. There you go.
All right. So, as these people are pouring in the room, he's just gonna take the gun the guy handed him, take aim, and try to put a shot in this thing before moving to get everyone out as fast as possible.
All right. Before you do that, let me grab this real quick.
She in
And
combat tracker?
slap that on you there. She's on there. She's just hidden. That button.
Large fish goblin. No, it's the fish goblin queen. We already talked about this.
All right. Sorry. Not keen. The keen. The keen. The keen. Hold on, I gotta keep up the.
Sure, yeah. In hopes to slow her down, he's throwing that shot at her and then continuing to go in that room and getting everybody out as fast as possible, turning and keeping his aim at the door
Okay.
as everybody is going down, because he'll be last to get out.
Okay. Are you shutting the door behind you or leaving it open?
Would you give me the ability to shut the door and attempt to lock it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody want a 7 of hearts or a 2 of diamonds rather? It's not a chase scene. You guys don't have to be traumatized by that.
What are the cards?
7 of hearts or 2 of diamonds.
I'll take the 7. I'd like to go before Miss Fish.
Yeah, that's improvement.
All right.
Yeah.
Is Willow doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. Are you doing anything?
Felix is in the room now?
Felix is in the room. You have 5 other strangers in there. 2 men, a woman, and 2 children. 2 little girls. And then Felix.
And I can hear this thing outside, right?
So you would have heard it. Yeah. So you would have heard it when it slammed into the wall. You would have heard like a loud clatter, and you would have heard this thing like running down, and then seen Felix fire off a shot with this revolver, and then duck back into the room and shut the door.
Okay. X is going to drop his invisibility, look straight at Felix, who was probably looking at this door, and X was like hiding behind the door. Like, what the fuck did you do?
I found people, we came to come back, and now the big one's out the door. Come on, let's go!
Okay, X is going to start walking towards the boat.
Okay.
But I want to do something first.
Okay.
As he's walking, as raise, that's 1, 2, 3. So 3 power points drops me to 6. Drops me to 6. Drops. There it goes. And X is going to kind of like puff up his chest and scream at the door, but from his mouth comes dragon's fire, and I am going to try to set this door in this area on fire to kind of deter it.
Okay. Okay. How much fire damage can that do?
It doesn't say anything like that. It's elemental manipulation, the most vague fucking power.
Doesn't it say for fire you could do like a torch?
Yeah, a torch, a small blast of fire, spread flame,
Doesn't it say? Doesn't it have like a damage for something on there?
nothing.
I mean,
It just
is there a
says-
flamethrower?
It just says like, if I'm doing it to move stuff, it's like a D6 for strength or D8 with a raise.
Okay,
That's the
so
only numbers that it has.
yeah, go ahead and roll a d8 then. That seems like it's a great like way of at least giving you a baseline of like being able to roll something. So you got a 4. Okay. So yeah, so you do that and you set the back part of the door on fire in like a semicircular pattern, kind of where like the peephole would be. I assume you kind of like push Felix out of the way before you do that.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
set
I'm-
Felix on fire.
I would, if he ran into the room, X will be like kind of backing up towards him while he did this.
Okay. Okay.
Then, after casting the spell, I'm using my movement to get closer to the window.
Okay. Tal, you doing anything? Okay. Sophie, you doing anything? Okay. Felix.
Helping these folks onto the craft if possible.
Sure. Are you gonna like go like on the balcony and like help people down?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not really a balcony, is there? Was this one a balcony? This one
No,
just a
this
window?
was a balcony.
This one was a balcony. Okay.
Remember, I had a fish balcony, lubed up hands, and couldn't climb.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, go ahead and give me an athletics roll. And we'll treat this as like a general support role for helping people down. All right. All right. And that was kind of booty. Still kind of booty, but all right. So, this thing starts thrashing at the door, and it hits the first time, and you see the door kind of like bulge in a little bit, and it hits it the second time, and it kind of splinters out the door, and the flames kind of kick out through the hole that it made.
Damn, it was able to shake it. Shake it, fuck you. Or does that not count as an attack sort of thing?
Oh no, it shook. It's shaken.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking hell, dude.
And Sin, give me an intimidation roll +2. Okay. So the fire
That's our guy.
the fire kicks through the door a little bit, and it backs off a little bit for it. But like through the cracks in the door, Felix, as you look over, you see this thing, and it's like looking at you through the door. Like there's a split, and you just see like these like bright orange, almost like glowing eyes that are looking at you with this unblinking gaze.
Nice.
And let's see here. We got 3 adults and 2 chilling. And we got the +1 from Felix. So you're able to get the 2 kids down. You're able to get the mom down, and the gentleman that gave you the revolver and the other guy are still there on the balcony trying to make their way down, but they don't quite get on the boat just yet. Allie.
What you got, Miss Soph? What those cards do.
Allie.
About to throw this fucking headset. That's what I got.
Okay.
It's working great.
Your voice is so tiny too.
I might be kind of mumbling because I'm bitching, but what?
You.
Keeps beeping like it's disconnecting, and it's really. Ow! I can't make that face. That hurts my eye. What do you need, Cliff?
Do you want me to read
away.
your cards, or do you want? I could just do that if it's gonna be a bother right now.
I have a 5 or a 6 of diamonds.
It's not exactly helpful, but thank you anyways.
All right. X.
X is going to. There's already people like trying to get down, right?
There's already people that are down, yeah, and there's
Okay.
others that are waiting too.
X is going to kind of run, jump off the balcony, and as he's doing this, I want to use his grappling hook to just like swing himself down so he doesn't have to get in anyone else's way.
Okay. Give me an agility roll to see if you could pull this all off.
Ooh, hold on.
Okay. I was like, man, X is trying to be all cool and shit. He just flies off into the sunset. Splash.
Yeah. So all in like one fluid motion. You run, jump up, kick your foot off of the rails, spin around, get the grappling hook on, and then just kind of pull yourself to the building, and then drop off onto the hovercraft.
And looking at, is the hovercraft still on? I don't remember.
Yeah, I believe that Sophie is actually there, like ready to go.
Okay.
Is
And
she?
X is.
Weren't you?
I don't
So
remember. Okay.
Aren't you Sophie?
Well, I just was that established last week and I'm forgetting? Or, you know what? Sure. Yeah.
So you
that's-
pulled
yeah.
up to the building, and X got inside the building.
Right.
So
Okay. I forgot.
you had to have been somewhere nearby, unless you were just like, I'm just gonna cut this off and save a little gas. That's very mom of you.
Dude, with the price of gas today, let me just say.
Imagine what would happen if there was like some catastrophe. Oh wait.
As soon as X hits the floor of this hovercraft, he's gonna look up at Sophie. As soon as Felix gets in, floor it.
I don't think that that's how these things work, but I got you. Tal, you see a woman drop into the hovercraft. 2 kids get handed down. You look up and see Felix up there, and then all of a sudden you see X jump off and swing down. And then you hear him say that to Sophie.
He's just laying at the bottom of this hovercraft, kind of halfway looking at them and just kind of shivering, but not making any attempt to do anything.
All right. All right. So that should have rolled an additional d6. That'll do. That'll do. All right, so this thing just smashes on the door and just breaks the like a hole through the center of it, like shears it off from where the hinges are, and there's just like this small little like 6-inch flap of door that's just kind of like as it comes charging at you, Felix. And basically it gets to you. Sophie.
I'm just waiting for
Okay.
everyone to be ready.
Okay. All right, Felix, you have this thing right in front of you. You have two people next to you that are depending on you to get down. What do you do?
These are some grown-ass men.
True.
So Felix,
One's old, though.
grown-ass men, nonetheless.
Okay.
Overgrown.
Felix is going to fire shots.
Okay.
Well, a shot.
That's a hit.
Is his parry?
Yes.
This thing is right up at Felix.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. It's still a hit.
Good.
God
Oh my
damn.
God.
Because I think I just put it down.
Yeah. I don't really have much of
Got
a...
this shit right between the eyes, eh?
Yep. So I don't have even an attempt to just adding extra 10 damage to the door for the drama of it. Exactly. Fuck that door. Yeah. Let's see. Do I really want to?
What? Try to soak?
I mean, technically I can try to. Yeah. So let's see. Hey, that'll do. That will soak 2 of them.
Okay, that's fine. That's still 5 wounds.
Oh yeah, the most you could soak is 2, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so this thing comes charging at you, and what do you do?
After he turns, of course, after this thing comes bursting through the door, he just draws the pistol and he goes to, like, just takes his aim, he does the best shot he can, and just fires, blasting a hole straight through this thing fucking head. He's thinking to himself, like, that's right, old man, I told you I could fucking shoot, but it's not saying it.
Yeah, so this thing comes charging at you, and you pull and shoot it, like, right as it's about to hit you. And the shot just rains true, like, right in its face. And as this thing's running towards you, it just kind of, like, tilts and just, doom, hits the ground. And as it hits the ground, it kind of lets out this, like, gurgled breath. And you start hearing, like, a sizzling noise from the ground.
Right, from there we're going to attempt to quickly get these 2 adult individuals down, if I can.
Okay.
Are we out of combat? For a moment?
Is Willow doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. For dramatic effect, one of them makes it down, the other one doesn't yet. Yeah, we're out of combat. Yeah, so eventually another person drops down, and then finally an older gentleman drops into the boat, and then finally Felix. Sophie, give me that drive roll.
Did Felix drop down?
Yeah.
Yes.
I literally just said that. Why doesn't anybody ever listen to me?
Because you're impossible.
Shade.
We're waiting for Felix to say that Felix dropped down.
I disagree with this. Try again.
It's passing. Don't groan.
I mean, it's
growing
passing,
because
but it's not a Sophie roll.
I
You're
This
just
is
gonna.
Allie. She only believes she succeeds if she overachieves. You're
So-
right.
3 raises.
So you think this 4
I
is good
only
enough?
got
Is
a
what you're saying?
75.
You're gonna let
Fuck.
this 4 stand, Sophie?
I am because I don't want to look at the screen.
Wow, that's fine.
Poor Allie.
I can accept that.
Turn down the screen's brightness. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, I already minimized the brightness on that screen.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, as soon as Felix touches down inside the hovercraft, you feel the tug as the hovercraft jerks forward, and you guys pull away from the building. Where you driving them to, Soph?
Away from the building.
You don't
And
say.
pull.
That's good. Otherwise, you'd be
Into
driving
the
inside that motherfucker.
You know, let's fucking go. Do it. No. Back
Say the
towards
words.
the settlement, I guess.
Okay. So Felix, you see the hovercraft start turning and heading back towards Main Street, the Strip, back in the direction of the settlement. Do you say anything? Do you just let that flow? What you do?
He's just staring to the south where they had pointed that the speedboat had gone, attempting to see if he can see where the hell it is. You know, for next time.
Sure. Give me a notice roll. See if you see anything.
Okay. It's an important shit.
Yeah. So as you're looking down that way, you see the black boat kind of off in the distance, couple 100 feet away from you at this point. And you're seeing it just driving basically south down the strip.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep his eyes locked on that while they're going, because he knows that pretty much no matter what he says, they're gonna end up going back to the settlement right now. So he's just trying to see if he can at least pinpoint where these people are going.
Okay. So with you guys driving north up the strip and them driving south, pretty soon they disappear over the horizon. You don't get a chance to see where they go, but they were pretty far down.
Felix heaves a heavy sigh and sits down beside Tal and just kind of throws an arm around Tal because he sees he's shivering. You okay, bud?
I don't know yet. I mean, I'm fine.
You don't have to lie about it, bud. There she goes. I have seen that look, and I've had that look. I know you're not doing hot.
I would prefer the people back at the settlement to not see me like this. Can we drop off your people that you found and go somewhere else?
Felix looks up to see if Sophie or X was paying attention to what Tal just said.
X is like sitting across from you guys, just silent and staring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know where we can go.
Did you find Miss K?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry.
The people with the boat drove off before I even made it to the top of the building. I just watched them continuing south.
I'll find her.
Thanks.
Felix just kind of like rubs at some of his new wounds, not being sure because Tal's done so much today. He doesn't even assume that Tal would have any power points. But like he's very clearly looking at wounds on himself.
What sort of penalties to notice roll, Cliff?
I mean, you don't have any wounds or anything, do you?
No.
Just roll. I don't think that there's really much need for penalties on this one. He's kind of standing in front of you bleeding, and you think he would notice.
Yeah, he's just like touching a wound on himself in front of you, so.
Alright. He'll put a hand on it, and his hand starts to glow.
Al, if you don't have the energy, I don't want you to.
Zzz. How long you had those wounds, Felix?
I mean, it's not like it's been a very long chase scene.
I mean, it was a super long chase scene.
Okay, but like in game time, actuality, it's not
10
Yeah.
minutes tops.
hit.
Then that's that's pushing it.
Yeah, because these wounds were since we first encountered the queen.
Okay. Yeah, so you're kind of touching the wound, and he puts his hand up on it, and it's just gone. You just got like blood-soaked shirt, and you got a nice, not really a scar, but you could see like where the skin is like a lighter pigment where it healed at versus the rest of your skin.
Thank you, Tal.
He's gonna look over to the newcomers and be like,
Well, this is Tal, X, Sophie, and Willow. And I don't remember if I introduced myself up there. I'm Felix.
They're kind of just like, they're all kind of quiet and still looking around, and the one that you're talking to nods. Everybody roll a d4. We're gonna pull low straws here. I'll roll for you so you don't have to roll if you don't want to, Allie. Okay.
he wins.
I rolled a 0. That's impressive.
We all doing good today.
Allie, give me a roll on the reactions table.
Right, I have the tables.
You do.
Reaction.
I can also do this if you want, make it a little easier. Okay.
Me. Good with it.
It was 7. It was a neutral.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of sitting there, and the older one, he kind of just kind of looking at everybody as you're introducing them, and he's like, well, thank you again for this. This is Sarah, These two little girls here are Lily and Lila. That's Lloyd. And I'm Marshall.
Pleasure to meet you. Felix is going to hand back his revolver. Thank you for letting me use that.
Well, I'm just glad I gave it to the right person. He's kind of like polishing it. So, where are we headed to?
Seems like we're going back to the settlement initially to drop these folks off. And then Cal would like us to continue elsewhere, and X said he knew where to go. That seem correct, everyone? Yeah?
I thought Cliff asked as old man, so
I thought I
Yeah.
did too, but
yeah.
Yeah, Marshall was asking.
Sorry, it's hard to tell the difference because he already sounds like an old man.
Oh!
Hey.
Round dice roll.
Killed him!
Wait, is that a heating pad on your chair?
it is. It is a heating pad on my chair. This basement's cold as fuck, boy.
It just made it so much better, thank you.
You're welcome. Because only old people use heating pads.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. I'll be more direct with my twang.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if no one speaks up,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather these.
X like takes a deep breath, puts his head back, and as he exhales, like smoke comes from his nose, and the elemental manipulation drops. We're going to North Las Vegas, Sunrise, around that area.
No, I can't say I much know this region. It's only my second time here, but I'll leave it to you all.
The shit caught you on vacation.
Caught me on a pretty good winning streak too, if I'm being honest.
I mean, you're alive. A winning streak's still going for you.
He reaches in his jacket pocket and he pulls out 2 6-sided die, and he kind of like is just twirling them around in his hand. And I kept these some bitches too.
Hey, you know, with that streak and all this survival, perhaps they're good luck.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping. Puts them away, and he kind of just like looks around. Although, I guess that's all situational at this point. And what about you? I don't assume that you're all getting by just by luck. Or maybe you are, hell.
Whether it's by brute force or brains, we're
Learn
making
to
our way.
adapt.
Oh. My daddy always used to say, you want to survive, you got to have a balance of balls and brains.
Well, they're all the brains, and you know what that makes me. Joking about being a fucking idiot who charges into battle.
And he kind of just like, he chuckles for a second and he just looks at everybody and goes, well, thank you again. I mean it.
Of course, couldn't leave you there with so many of those fish goblins.
Yeah, I don't assume we would have lasted too much longer off of room service leftovers and bottles of champagne.
No, I suppose not.
You reckon those things are edible?
Their blood kind of leaves you with burns on your skin, so I'd say probably not.
Do you like spicy?
Please tell me Sophie actually, like, shell-shocked while driving says that under her breath enough for everyone to hear. Please, please, please.
Only if you're paying attention to her.
Yes.
So Felix heard it.
Oh, man. I'm so happy that was canon. Oh.
No, sorry. A lot of noise is going on right now. I got a big engine.
Okay, but just the fact that that's technically canon because she said only if you're paying attention just feels new joy anyways. Only if you like spicy. Okay, yep.
Well, about 3 years back, I was in Japan and I tried poisonous pufferfish meat, so you can make that edible. I reckon with the right technique, you can make anything edible. Folks there consider it a delight.
I don't really plan to take the chances, but you're welcome to take that role.
Hey Cliff, what can I roll to know if I can cook this thing? Since X is like the chef.
I guess. Give me a give me a smarts roll with a -4 or a common knowledge -6.
I didn't expect to pass, but I just wanted to roll.
You don't know if you could or not, but it doesn't it doesn't stop the thought from echoing through your mind.
Good
He's
source
over
of
there
food
like-
if we can.
Challenge accepted.
We can test it in all the cancer kids.
Here, little Jimmy, try this.
Why is it
spicy?
Looks like the only effect is it's spicy and it drops your voice a few octaves. We're good.
All right. So, as you all are continuing on your fantastic voyage here, where are you directing Sophie to go to, X?
We're gonna drop off these people at the settlement before we head out, right?
I don't know. Are you?
Seems like the plan.
Is Tal going to be good with that?
He was the one who suggested it.
Okay.
Guess that's what we're doing then.
Okay. Okay.
One.
So, you head back to the settlement. They open up the dry dock. Is anybody going to show these people around? Are you going to do anything? Or are you just going to be like, yeah, there you go, climb the ladder?
No, X is gonna get off and escort him to Ava.
Okay.
Unless Felix starts. No, X is gonna do it.
I mean, Felix was planning on going up and, like, looking for Echo for her to show them around.
Are either one of you gonna talk to one another to explain your plans, or are you guys both gonna go and do separate ways?
I'm assuming we would get off at the same time, and before we went up, would, like, look at each other and be like,
That only happens
So
in
what's
the
the
movies.
plan?
And this is basically a really long interactive movie, so they can do that.
True. Gotta roll right though.
Yeah, I'll show them around.
Alright, I was just assuming we'd have, you know, Echo or someone have him look around so we could just get out of here faster, because Tal doesn't seem like he wants to hang around right now.
Right, I gathered that when he said he didn't want it to be seen. Actually, just step off.
Okay.
Alright, come on, I'll show you who is kind of in charge here when we're gone. And X will start heading up.
He's like following behind you. So you guys are in charge when you're here then?
Mainly the aberrant, but he's not too big on it, so he asks our opinion on everything.
You mean the sick looking one?
Yeah, he's
He,
not doing too hot,
alright?
so... No, a lot happened in that casino. And with us people here looking towards him for leadership, he doesn't want to be seen like that right now.
I get it.
X will start walking over to Ava.
And they're all kind of just looking around as they walk up there to this makeshift settlement that's being built up here. You guys see, like, on the far end, like, this large, like, monolithic statue being built out of all the extra supplies.
Starting that already. Is Ava in her usual tent area?
She's outside, talking to one of the seers, and you can tell from, like, the body language that they're talking with some degree of urgency.
X will, like, put up a hand. Can you wait here a second? It looks like something's going on. I want to see if it's anything urgent. And X will jog over to her.
And as soon as you start nearing in, like, you just hear Ava saying, "We'll discuss it later." And then she kind of turns and looks at you, and she's like, "What's up?"
Everything okay?
Yeah, just the seers and their visions are picking back up, and they're just trying to figure out what these messages mean.
Anything new, or is it still this creature?
Still the creature, but a new vision has also appeared of a black-winged dragon, which back at home was like an omen. Rarely did it actually mean a dragon, but it was just something bad. And the fact that she said black-winged dragon and not black dragon.
Okay. Came back from our mission and Tal's not looking too good. He's shaking.
Did he eat something weird? Did he get into something?
I was away when it happened. We were fine when we were defending ourselves. This big creature, one of the sea creatures, about like a queen of them, appeared. We started running. We ran downstairs. I made it to the bottom, and the next time I seen Tao, he was not really responsive. He doesn't really want to be seen up in the camp right now, so we're gonna wait till he recovers a little bit before we show up. But he's in the raft if you want to take a look for yourself.
If you think that it's serious, I can. I mean, if he just overexerted himself or something, then, you know, he's got a lot of pressure right now. He might not just want to be seen because he doesn't want to be looked at as, like, weak.
That's what I was thinking.
So, I mean, if you don't think it's anything dire, then I'll just leave him be. But if you want me to, I can go down there and talk to him.
Yeah, can you do the mind link like he can? Maybe. I know that goes a pretty far distance. You can go take a look, set that up, and while we're traveling off, you can have a communications with him for a little bit.
Yeah. I probably won't be able to keep it with you guys too long, just because with everything going on here, I need to be able to focus. But yeah, I can do that.
As long as you can get some questions or concerns directly to him.
Yep.
These people and these kids we found while we were there.
More kids, really.
Felix brought them back when we were running. So, put them to use. Put the kids in with the other kids. I don't know if it's their kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We're thanks to our little building project we have going on here, we're running a little low on materials. Medicines getting down there as well. So we're gonna have to start amping up runs for research, and with all the extra bodies here, we're gonna have to start thinking about what we're doing for like a permanent residence.
I'm gonna work on that right now while we take off. So I'm gonna see if I could get us a bigger transportation. Let me start looking around somewhere not on the water.
All right. Well, let me know. Let me know what you figure out.
X starts walking back down.
She kind of calls over one of the other girls, and she's like, "Show these people around here. I gotta go take care of something real quick, and I'll be right back. And keep them away from the buildings. Just don't go by it." And she kind of like trails off as she walks away, and she's following behind you.
Back in your world, were there any places people would just steer away from, like mountains or forests or deserts?
I mean, there are always areas that we were told not to go. I mean, in the area where Tal and I came from, we were pretty much confined to the academy, the school, whatever you want to call it. So we were we were pretty much steered away from everything. But I mean, there were all the stories of, you know, swamps and forests and endless pits.
I hope endless pits didn't come to this world. That's not a thing here. I'm thinking if we leave this ocean, we might head west, but that's gonna involve going over some mountains.
Well, as long as we're prepared for the travel, I think we'll be fine. We're just gonna have to get more transportation, more supplies, and honestly, it would go a long way to be able to tell people that we knew where we were going.
If I knew what was out there still.
Yeah, we haven't been able to send anybody to scout much further than a couple miles from here. It's just too dangerous to bring small parties out.
The scientist we brought back was good with communications. Whenever we get back from our trip right now, I'll get with him, see if we can get some kind of communication going out.
Okay. Yep, that old man's full of information. I'm not sure how much of it's useful, but he's full of information.
I'll pick it apart.
And she gets to like the top of the ladder, and she's looking down. What's Tal doing?
He really hasn't moved.
Still just laying there.
Yep.
She kind of looks down and she looks over at UX and she nods. And you hear Ava's voice in your mind, Tal. You, okay?
Just was forced to ignore a theory about my shared link with Miss Sophie, and can confirm that you can overdo it.
Okay? Is she okay?
As far as I know.
Are you okay?
I have my little protector me in my brain trying to figure that out right now.
Are we gonna have another incident?
No incident, and I'm already feeling much better than I did even 10 minutes ago. So given a little bit more time, I think I'll be fine.
All right. X is worried about you, so.
Mr. X is worried about someone? It's like this struggling smile on his face.
Which is real weird, because Felix isn't part of this mind link or anything, so he's just sitting there, like, looking over Tal, like, damn, poor guy. Why is he smiling like that?
She's like, all right, we'll talk more when you guys get back. Oh, so you don't have to hear it from X. One of the seers saw a black-winged dragon in the chief's visions.
Did they say how long we have?
No, and it was a quick one. It wasn't any details that they could make out other than that. So, hope it was a misinterpretation. They started picking back up with seeing that giant creature that was walking through. So I don't know what to expect with any of this.
We might need to. I know a lot of people are really working on their essence worship statues and idols and whatnot, but we need to have enough people working on quick exit strategies in case we can't handle what's to come.
Don't stress about it too much. There's quick exits everywhere on this building.
Yeah, but then once we're in the water...
Sink or swim.
Maybe find out among the survivors if anybody can pilot this boat that we brought back.
Yeah. I'm sure we have someone that can.
I don't know why I'm giving you suggestions. You know what you're doing. I'm just...
I appreciate it. You are the one with the pendant.
You sure you don't want to take this?
Oh, sorry, mind link fading.
No, don't. Yeah, come on.
Bye, Tal.
Hey, Ava.
You're so
Smile has turned into a pouty face. It feels it's still looking.
like, he doesn't know what's happening.
I just picture Tal laying there
Oh
like...
no, he's hallucinating.
Tal's just like this, like... What the fuck is he doing? What is Felix and Sophie doing this entire time?
Felix is still just sitting with Tal because Tal was shivering, and Felix knows that he's a warm individual and doesn't know if, like, maybe the essence made him warmer than most people. He doesn't know. He's just there because Tal's cold and any body heat's good.
Okay, well then you would definitely see all those faces rushing.
It's just like, I don't understand. Okay.
And what about
the
Sophie?
Cutest dog. I'm very sorry. Very distracted.
Sophie would be sitting nearby, also, trying to keep an eye on Tal, but rest herself since, life essence has been drained and she is not at 100% right now, guys.
Give me a notice roll. You would see all these faces Tal's making too.
Yep, she would also be wondering what the hell is going on in his head.
And around the time that thought crosses your mind, X is reaching the bottom of the ladder.
X just makes his way back to the raft then and kind of gestures Sophie to go sit back.
Like partially sits up and he's like, I'll be okay, Mr. X. You don't have to worry.
That kind of smiles. You able to talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That clears up a lot mentally for Felix.
That's it.
It's not like he doesn't have experience with Mind Link. He was probably like, oh, internal communication, got it.
And X will start taking off.
What you taking off?
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
New fantasy unlocked.
Roll for seduction.
Oh, he don't have to.
Are you going somewhere like on foot or?
No.
Okay. So by taking off, you mean you climb in the raft and wait for someone to do
And-
something?
No, he's driving.
Oh, you're driving. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows where he's going.
He just grabs Sophie by the face and just. She's like, "Where are we going?" I got this. All right. Go ahead and give me a drive roll just to make it fun. Where are you headed to?
North right. Northeast.
Do you have like a specific place in mind, or?
What was that place called? Lake Las Vegas or something?
Oh, you're trying to go that far out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when he starts driving, he's like, "Willow, up here, come on. You gotta learn how to do this shit too."
Oh, that's right. She's a child. She doesn't know how to drive. It's one way to learn.
All right. So, she's all grunting and shit as he's standing up there. Like, fuck, I don't want to do that. All right. So, why is it not letting me do this? Damn it. All right. So you guys are over here at the settlement.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have to go down to like here. That's where you're headed to.
Is that where it's at?
Yeah, where it says Lake
Oh,
Las
shit.
Vegas.
So it does.
I thought that was gonna be like a few miles out.
It's a few miles.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Is there a...
I mean, you got to figure like this area over. This area over here is the Vegas Strip.
There isn't exactly a scale to look at, so.
No, that's true. Oh, is there?
Yeah, that's what I scrolled down to look for it right now and I couldn't find one.
Yeah, I guess there's not. Let me see if I can get an accurate scale representation here. So
It'll take a minute to get there.
yeah, it's definitely gonna take a minute to get there. Do you?
Might even take 2 minutes.
What? What?
I love you, Allie.
What is your intention here?
Just going to let everyone rest while we're driving there. He's not gonna be rushing or anything, just cruising. And when we finally get there, he's going to just be doing a circle around where the area used to be, seeing if he can find any kind of other boats or anything bigger.
Okay. All right. So from where you guys are at, it's about 20 miles. About 20 miles in a straight line. All right, so you guys are heading out there. You're looking to see if there's anything that's like left in the lake area.
Mm-hmm. It's Las Vegas. There should be some kind of tourist boat or yacht or something.
What in tarnations?
Oh, the old guy's with us.
See, that's why I thought it was Cliff. He just does this sometimes.
It's true, I do. All right. I need to do one more thing here. Yeah. Okay. So you all just start driving out, and once you get about two or so minutes into the drive, like in that general direction, you're getting to the area where you're no longer near any of the buildings that are even like sticking out through the water. And after about 10 minutes into it, if it weren't for like some of the underwater like indicators of the location that you're at right now, it would almost appear like you're just on like an open ocean, heading in that general direction. It's mostly just flat. You go over like one of the old like racetracks, and in the area that you're in, it's so sparsely populated in this area that the water is actually rather clean. And unlike some of the muck and whatnot that's in more of the city proper, this area of the water you can see down through. It has kind of that tinge of like an orange brown from the sand, but for the most part you can still see through the water into some of the sites below. And after I guess, how fast are you gunning it?
I want everyone to get some rest. So I want to have it at least be like a 2-hour or more journey.
Oh, so you're going slow. You're going like 10 miles an hour slow.
Probably.
Okay.
Putt.
Yeah, I mean,
Every
it's a nice
now
little...
and again, the engine picks up and it like goes in little bursts and stuff. And if anyone looks over, Willow's like trying to control it for a little bit.
Perfect. Give me a drive roll from Willow.
Oh no.
Unskilled.
We gonna die.
Oh,
She's good at this.
she's fucking good at everything. That was the settlement. That wasn't even hers. That's unskilled though, so it doesn't really matter, I guess.
It's still the same. You're fine.
The settlement, it's driving.
Why do I have that up?
I was going to have you roll on it, but we continued with RPing instead of switching over to the settlement rolls. All right, yeah, so you're just kind of coasting and showing her the ropes, I guess. Is anybody actually going to try to sleep during this? I guess, X, do you vocalize that to anybody? Like, hey, you guys get some rest or anything?
Yeah, that's why he like gestured Sophie back, and if anyone looked confused, like when they started off, he's like, "You guys rest. I'll take it slow."
Well, regardless of the duration, Tal was going to try and get some rest anyways, hoping that he'd feel better afterwards.
Okay.
Felix has gone into our little supply crate we keep in the tow behind and gotten water for everyone.
Okay.
Sophie, are you feeling any better? I know you were saying something was wrong earlier.
No, I'm not. I don't. I don't know how we're going to resolve it this time. Because last time it was done by somebody who knew what they were doing and did it intentionally. Now, if it is the same thing, which it feels a lot like that, it's not like Tal knew what he was doing or will know how to give it back, so guess we'll see what happens.
Al, you realize what you did?
Now, wait.
He's asleep. Got it. Wasn't sure if by resting you meant like just laying back or if he actually passed out, but okay.
You're like, Tal. He's like,
And Felix is just like, okay. But yeah, he'll just sit there with Sophie.
picture Tal sitting there sleeping like, Mr. Felix.
Yeah, get him, Mr. Felix.
He's so
That's his word,
precious.
He do this often? Yeah, you get used to it. All right. Well, I'm not going to have you do any sort of checks or anything like that if you're going to take 2 hours to get there. But yeah, so you guys arrive there about 2 hours later. At this point, it's like basically dark. And it's brighter out than usual tonight. And being out here, you get like a pretty clear view of your surroundings and everything going on. And I assume with you living here for some time that you're familiar with like this area, or were you not? I can't remember. Did we say you were familiar with it?
I think Sophie was more familiar than X was.
It was Felix who had talked about going to Lake Loch Vegas, so Felix knows this area.
Okay, so Felix knows it. Is Felix getting any sleep?
I don't know about sleep, but definitely like physical rest. Because he's got a lot on his mind. I don't think he would actually be able to fall asleep. He's just, I guess, looking around and looking after Tal and Sophie, both of which are messed up in their own way.
Right, even before all this happened.
Yeah.
Fucking rude.
So as you're driving X, you would start seeing off in the distance, maybe a couple 100 feet from you, the first thing in a while that has been breaching like the surface of the water, and you can see what looks like rocks jutting out of the water.
Hmm. Is there any places this close to Las Vegas that are elevated higher than some of the buildings?
Give me a common knowledge roll. Yeah. So you would actually know that in this area here, that like surrounding where Lake Las Vegas is, are like these mountainous regions. They're not like Rocky Mountain tall or anything like that, but they're, a couple 100 feet tall hills. and with the water being as high up as it is, it's actually kind of a weird thing to see this, because it just looks like rocks maybe breaking like maybe 10 feet or so out of the water.
So like nothing we can make camp on or anything like that.
There's probably some plateaus or whatnot that you could make camp on. Yeah.
X will drive up to one of those then.
Yeah. Okay. So, give me a notice roll, which is going to be a support roll for your drive roll. All right. Give me a drive roll with a plus. I'm sorry. A drive roll with a -2.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see them sticking out, and you start moving in. And as you get maybe within 10-15 feet of like these rocks, you feel like something knock from like underneath your boat, and you hear like a loud clang of the metal as it hits the rocks that are just barely under the surface. And there's like this scraping sound of the engine dragging across these rocks that immediately wakes anybody that was sleeping up.
X will slow down to a stop. We're here.
Sits up slowly and looks around. Where is here?
X like gestures out to the nothing Lake Las Vegas.
Heard you like lakes.
Heard you like water.
We built this lake over this lake.
Is there any solid ground, or are we just looking at more water?
You guys are about 10 or so feet away from these rocks that are jutting out, like in this like small plateau area that's just sticking above. And you're I wouldn't say you're beached, but you're in a predicament currently from where the hovercraft hit the rocks and kind of lifted part of it up, so it doesn't have like an even flow onto the surface yet.
So you're saying that us stopping was totally a choice and didn't happen because of rocks?
Exactly. X hit the brakes.
Yes.
Yeah. We have those. Yep.
He was stepping real hard.
So, guess Felix will heave a sigh and go to get out of the hovercraft and try to right it so it's not like...
You're trying to get out of it, you said?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I mean, so as you get out, you see that like, or as you're trying to get out, you see the rocks underneath the boat area are very uneven, and if you put your foot on them, they're super slick. Almost like these type of rocks don't normally be under the water, and yeah, so they're super slick, and you can see that it's like there's areas where it just dips down.
Then after seeing that, he wouldn't end up like actually climbing out and being like,
You think you can elementally move us out of this situation? The water thing? Or rock moving, or whatever it is you do?
I can try, but takes a lot of effort.
I mean,
I'm fucking with you. It's easy as fuck.
As you fail.
Perfect time for
It's no fun. It'd have been so much better if you'd have just left it. I'm just fucking with you. It's easy as fuck. Shit.
I'll use my only Betty for that shit. I don't give a fuck.
So what are you trying to do?
Elemental for Earth.
All right.
Just,
You got a minute. What are you doing in a minute?
if I see wherever the raft is stuck up on, I'll just slant so it slides off or something.
Okay. Just lowering the rock a cubic foot at a time. All right. Yeah. So you could probably do that in like 30 seconds or so. Is there anything that you want to try to do with your last 30 seconds to make the area a little more hospitable for you guys?
This part isn't jutting out of the water. It's
Yeah. So the area that you were headed to, there's like it juts out and there's like a plateau. It's like uneven,
Okay.
rocky surface, but it's kind of like a plateau. And there's some areas that are a little bit higher, and then there's areas where it dips back down too.
then I have a few seconds. Then I have 5 minutes. So if I burn all my powers, I'll burn a few minutes to make it comfortable.
How many minutes you burning?
Shit, I'll burn all 5 if I need to. But like make the floor not as rough.
Gonna make a
Make,
ledge that fits 5 comfortably.
I'm hoping this is a bigger area than that.
That's what she's saying. Bring it on in. Make it fit 5 comfortably. Got a little nook right there. Fits 5. Yeah, that's fine. I like how you're so like, oh yeah, I'll burn all of them. Because you burned 6 of your 15. Mm-hmm. You'd have had like 8 points left. You wouldn't have been so fucking...
Does it overload you if you continue a power?
If you're burning like over half your powers at once?
But it's
not at once.
No, it's not at
It's-
once. Yeah, I guess semantics on that, huh?
But like, because I've done this before, I've continued a power for like the rest of my power points.
I got you. No, I'm thinking like you spent it all at once. But no, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, if every minute you're just continuing to refresh it. Yeah, no, in that amount of time, I mean, you could move what?
I want to
Fucking
flatten.
60 cubic feet of stone. I mean, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, so flatten and soften the campsite that we're gonna have.
Okay. Yeah. So, while he's pushing and pinching these rocks into smooth surfaces and leveling out this area in front of you guys for the next 6 minutes, what's everybody else doing? I will say that if you guys slept, you were able to recharge 2 hours worth of power points. If you did not sleep, you were able to do 1 hour's worth.
I don't know how much power points comes back in an hour.
5.
Okay.
What about fatigue?
I have
Fatigue
all
is
of my
gone.
power points. All 2 of them.
You got 100% of your power points back, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. See, you guys are
I
looking at
feel
the
well
glass
rested.
half full. It's the way to do it.
I suppose with it being quiet, we're just sitting here. Felix is gonna say to Tal,
did you know you potentially took life essence from Sophie? Do you know how to get that back to her?
I shared some normal essence from her. I don't know how to manipulate life essence yet.
Felix looks at Sophie with worried eyes.
And she is just glaring at him because, like, this is not the time. He is obviously, like...
I'm just trying to see if you knew how to make it okay, okay? I'm sorry.
Ow. Stop with the faces.
When did I take life essence from you?
I don't know for sure if that's what happened. I feel a lot like I did when Professor Davies borrowed my essence, my life essence, and then when you were casting, it looked like my essence and not yours.
I would never do that.
I know. I know, Tal.
Why didn't anyone say anything when we were back at the camp? We could have talked to the professor and tried to get this fixed.
We're more focused on you right now. Sophie seems like she's gonna be okay. You didn't really. And even still, after, you'll be able to, like, she'll be able to get this back. You needed attention right away.
No, you don't. You don't tamper with someone's life essence. It was just temporary. It's like overdosing on a drug. It passes. That
Overdosing on a drug doesn't always pass, Tal.
Well, if it doesn't, it's not your concern anymore, is it? I mean, in this case, it did. But that's not something that will just pass. I mean, I could try and figure it out, but that's a huge
And you wouldn't have been able to give it back yet anyways.
It wouldn't matter, I would have.
All the more reason to not bring it up then.
Sophie, how are you feeling?
I didn't hear you. What?
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I mean, I feel a little, like... tired. I don't feel very... I don't feel like I'm all the way here, you know? Just, like I said, just... It's similar to how I felt back then. But I wasn't really all that worried about it because we got it back. We'll figure it out, and we got everybody out of there okay, and that's what matters.
Are you feeling more drained than the last time, or less, or about the same?
About the same, I think. Isn't it, Cliff? Or is it a little bit more? I don't remember.
You definitely don't seem to be as bad this time around as you were last time.
Okay. Cool. Then yeah, it's not as bad. Which again, makes me not as worried about it. Like Felix said, we were more worried about you.
Well, we'll get it fixed.
I know.
And one of the unconfirmed legends of two people who had a bond like this, it was a king of sorts, and when he found the woman that he had that bond with, legend has it that he married her and made her queen, but then a rival kingdom started invading, and he started just tapping into her power just continuously until he eventually drained all the life essence out of her as he couldn't control it. And he didn't even realize what he'd done until the war was over. He won briefly until he realized what he had lost. No one knows if that story is true, but I am definitely not going to be that. I'm already feeling the pull, like I want to get more essence from you, and that's something I'll work on. If I can't control it, then I will need you all to make the hard call.
Well, it's not going to get to that point. And also, when I used to get like that, I kept myself busy by consuming something else. And then he handed the water that he had grabbed earlier to Tal. It's hard to feel that draw to something that you know you shouldn't have.
Yeah. But it's one thing if you're only hurting yourself. And he gets up and he starts walking out of the boat towards X.
X is over there pinching and pulling the rocks, crouching down, making sure that one area is just fine.
He's not
It's
getting
like,
that
he looks like a
detailed.
cat needing a bed.
This area is mine.
Yeah, like he's only getting that
squat.
into detail into his area.
And that's where Tal goes and sits down.
Okay. You're real good here. No.
And as you get out, like the breeze that's blowing through this area is actually rather chilly, given the fact that the sun's down, and you guys are like on the water. You have like that lake effect breeze blowing in.
X will hear Tal's voice in his head. We need to train again, but in a different way.
Oh,
You and from what I could tell, you and Willow are able to work together and fight together like as one, as a cohesive team. We need that for us. Can you teach them how to do that?
I can try. Something like that requires trust, complete trust.
And who doesn't have that trust?
It's different with those two, Sophie and Felix. I'm sure they trust each other. I'm sure me and you both trust them. I'm just not too sure if they trust themselves.
And I want you to see if you can lead in helping them overcome that. You adapt very well. You seem like you were born for this. I'm not expecting them to... I mean, just a few months ago, they were just civilians, and now they're doing rescue missions and fighting fish goblins and skelly jellies and dragons and you all kinds of stuff. They need to be able to rely on each other instead of one running off by himself into danger, the other one not knowing where to position herself to stay away from danger. I don't know how to put it. We just need to be able to fight as a more dependable unit, so no one has to spend their time too worried about someone not doing the right thing in the right moment, but being able to cover for them if a mistake is made or something goes wrong.
Okay. I think I have an idea.
What's your idea?
You're only able to make one of those duplicate things, right?
Well, I suppose I can make more. I just never tried.
No, all we need is one, I think. If I'm more rested up, I can make things look identical to your duplicates to throw in more threats. But my plan is maybe blindfold Felix, have Sophie be his eyes. Felix learns how to work well with a group, to trust in a group. He would have to stay with the group in order to survive being blindfolded. And Sophie being his eyes, she would have to learn to use her gifts to outweigh his penalty.
Okay.
And she would have to position herself away from the enemies because Felix is not able to put himself between her and the enemies if he's blindfolded.
Okay. How many would you need, and how strong would you need them to be?
I would just need one. I can handle the rest after I sleep or something, but if we just had one actual threat and a bunch of illusions that looked like the threat, Sophie would have to figure out which one is the more prominent threat and give directions based on that.
Like I said, I can do that. They don't have to be illusions. They'd just be weaker versions. This wouldn't put as much essence energy into them.
I was thinking maybe 3 or 4.
Okay. And for the main threat, would you like it to be like intermediate or like advanced or like Dark Felix?
Let's start off intermediate. I don't know
Okay.
how well this is going to work out, and I don't want to ruin any kind of progress they've had with their uh, what's the word? Confidence.
Okay. Do you want to let them know what's happening first to give them a heads up?
Yeah. Let's let them know early in the morning. This is what.
Willow walks up, was like, Felix kind of smells like beef jerky. And just walks past you guys and sits down.
Did he get burned again? There's no like light or anything coming from that direction. I don't think he burned himself.
Fuck!
What's beef jerky?
Dried meat, cooked meat, dried.
Dehydrated.
Oh, just dry meat?
Yeah, it was like peppers and shit on it. It's real spicy.
Doesn't dry meat make it like tough and harder to eat?
Makes it tough. Chewy.
Is that like a
snack?
snack? So you dry it on purpose?
It's actually pretty expensive if you're going to the store for beef jerky.
So you make it more difficult to eat and then you charge more for the meat?
I will make you some someday when we find fresh meat. Oh, I want a burger.
Oh, yeah. McDonald's sounds really good.
You had to pick burger, huh?
Dex is gonna like wave over at Sophie and Felix, like gesturing them to come over. Hopefully Felix can make a fire or something because the wind is kind of cold up here. How are you feeling? Walking and
Well,
casting spells, apparently.
physically better. Just found out apparently I'm stealing life essence from Miss Sophie. So that's the thing.
Do you need me to take it from you?
take
Sophie's
life
evidence.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
If it's making you feel different, I can pull it out of you.
when have you studied manipulation of life essence?
It's for like, it was like a glance instead of a study. Then figured it out.
Oh, okay. Are you able to give it back to Miss Sophie?
I don't know about that yet. That's what I wanted to train with the scientist.
Um,
He seems to have a pretty good understanding of that.
okay, but if it's not getting back to Miss Sophie, what is the benefit?
Like clearing your system.
Oh no, it wasn't. It's not having the life essence that's a burden. It's just the fact that I took it, which was the burden. And what happened to me physically, that was just my system getting overwhelmed.
You live, you learn. Probably not a good idea to do that so
No,
often or anymore.
yeah, the working theory is that if I dial it back and just take it's like when you're supposed to only take a certain amount of a drug, but then you take like way more than you're supposed to, it's no longer beneficial.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we just put a stop to it. And if you need that feeling again, mention something before deciding on anything.
Yeah, um, I've never faced addiction before, and I'm just based off of the medical training that I do have, I recognize the signs. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to deal with it. Hey, I asked them, like, if I can't control it to take care of me. But as soon as I asked them to, it's like, they're not going to. So I would need you to probably make that hard choice.
I can stop you. I don't know if that's to take care of you had in mind, but I can stop you.
By any means necessary.
Yeah,
Are you guys still having this conversation in MindLink?
Yep.
just X is like just pacing back and forth, looking like he's doing stuff with the ground, but he's not anymore. He's just like sliding dirt over.
Are Felix and Sophie making their way onto land now? Did you just mute yourself and then talk, Megan?
No, she's been muted.
I muted the wrong thing.
Oh.
I poked my mic mute button instead of unmuting here because sometimes I mute by poking the button on the mic and other times I unmute via Discord and I forgot which one I had done. So yeah, no, it wasn't really beneficial to poke that mute button when I was muted there. Yeah, I would have made our way on shore. And I guess try to find something because it's already cold, And we're apparently camping for the night. So Felix is like, Jesus Christ, what can I light on fire to keep these people warm? Or am I just going to have to try to concentrate on my essence and slowly leak heat all night?
So with Mind Link, every what was it? It's like 30 seconds worth of conversation you have in a 6-second period. I think
Yeah,
that's what it was.
It's speed of thought because it was a raise. And it's 30-minute duration.
Almost thought you were gonna say 30 minutes and 6 seconds. I don't think that fast.
I was about to say, your brain would explode. Holy shit.
All right, I'll let them know what's going on tomorrow. Get some rest.
Okay.
If you're feeling strange, cravings, just feeling off, wake me up and let me know.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. X.
X. Just no more Mr. X. We're closer than that.
Okay. X. It'll take some getting used to.
I hated that.
He lays down and starts trying to get comfortable.
X will walk over to the two coming off the raft. Okay. You two need to get some rest tonight because we got some plans tomorrow morning.
Yay.
Sorry, there was just a huge crash in my house.
Well, tell him to stop breaking shit.
He probably
you
fell
know.
down the stairs or something. I don't know.
Tell him that's your job, and if he's gonna try to take it, do it quietly.
Oh, yes, got it.
Do it more efficiently.
Oh,
Go
more
over there and be like,
efficiently,
I'll show you how it's done, and throw yourself down.
Yeet.
Okay.
More training.
Yeah, there's not really any shelter here.
Felix is looking around trying to figure out how he can keep everyone warm.
Out in the middle of the water. There's not really any buildings we can get into.
Yeah, not really any defensive standpoints if something comes after us.
As he's like looking around.
Have you never been camping before?
Not been camping while there are fish goblins.
Yeah, but there's
And we're
usually, like-
surrounded by water, which is, kind of their thing. You saw how fast they swim.
Then if you go camping in the woods, there's like bears and snakes, and you're surrounded by their territory. It's the same thing.
Confused rich boy face.
Okay. Closest thing to camping I've done is our little RV adventure. So,
Willow's like, Felix, make fire.
that was planned.
Mocking right back at her.
So, aw, I'm speaking his language.
Just the most unamused voice. He goes,
I was literally just looking around to see if there was anything I could burn. You don't have to get sassy.
Oh, you haven't seen Sassy yet.
Come on, we gotta get some rest. You guys at Mine and Tal's request require training. I'm in charge this time. And X
Good.
turns around.
Felix just looks over at Sophie like, oh god.
X like walks past Willow. He's like, "You could take tomorrow off."
Cliff, can I make a notice roll to look for something to try to keep these individuals warm with? Or something?
You can make a notice roll.
It's gonna be nothing. I know this. But I can
So-
dream, Harold.
What?
I can dream, Harold!
Thoughts gone. Just brain empty. No.
So, there are potentially things that you could burn on, like, the boat? Like, supplies you have? But as far as where you're at, so Felix would know this area. You're literally on, like, the mountains that surround Hoover Dam. Like, you're in, like, basically just desert stone mountains that were carved from water eons ago. Like, there's nothing here. I mean, there's debris and shit that's in the water, but it would be all waterlogged. But if you can make a case for it, whatever you want to do.
I mean, he can make attempts with the stuff floating in the water to try to pile anything that looks like it could burn if it was dry, and then just dump all of his essence in it to first damage field to attempt to pull all of the water to evaporate off of it, and then Havoc to try to burn it.
Sure.
Or no, because Havoc will send it flying. No, we already know that he can, like, touch things and make them combust if he really focuses his energy into it. You can make him use PowerPoints for that if you'd like. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, you could find, like, some debris that's floating, like, pieces of, like, wood, scraps, that are just kind of, like, piled up along the shoreline of this mountainous area. Go ahead and give me a focus roll with a -1, please. All right, yeah. So, you grab the bits of debris and everything and start piling it up in an area, and then you just hover your hands over it, and anybody who's watching would start to see, like, that heat displacement coming off of him. His freckles start to ember a bit. And then after a few seconds is just a quick little...
Mike did not let you make the noise you wanted to. It silenced that out. Nope. It doesn't let that happen.
Hold on. I got you. I got you.
It keeps being like...
Yeah. Oh, there we go. But yeah, most of the sound effects you've tried to make tonight have just been like...
Yeah, there's a lot of them that your mic's like, that's definitely background noise. We're just gonna, like, fade that out and make sure it doesn't get picked up.
Joke's on you. That was me blowing kisses at Sophie's mom.
You say Sophie's mom, but you mean Allie's mom, because you guys have been in chat, like... Allie looks so unhappy.
I'm going to bed. Goodbye. I'm tempted, but...
So as you do that, Willow's like,
Apparently you're sorry.
fire, fire.
Fucking hit her with a flaming stick.
He's muttering to himself.
Oh, sure. Threaten violence against the child.
Real
He's
nice.
not
Felix.
actually going to. Like I said, he muttered quietly to himself.
Give me a stealth roll.
And crit fail.
Good enough.
Good enough, he says. Why are you the cutest dog in the whole wide world?
I don't know. Lots of practice.
I'm sorry. I was supposed to be muted for that, but clearly I had to press the button like I thought I did.
No, you're mute. Don't worry. We can't hear you.
No, he just got the biggest squishiest face.
Thank you.
It's the squishiest face, Cliff.
Thank
I've
you.
seen what you look like with your face shaved. Those cheeks, I bet they're squishy.
Probably. They're a little bit lower now, though, because as we've already established, I'm old. So is anybody doing anything with the remainder of their evening? You guys got a little fire. We'll pretend that Felix found enough stuff to be able to keep it going throughout the night. Should have had you roll a survival roll. That's what I should have did.
That would have been a good choice.
Yeah. Hindsight 2020
You
and
mean
whatnot.
unskilled?
Yeah.
I thought you started with that.
I don't have it.
I think only one person had it.
Why would Fancy Rich Boy have survival skills? He's never even been camping.
Survival skills? You mean calling my dad and getting money?
If only he'd used those survival skills early in the game.
Find something to make a fire. I guess all these $100 bills will have to do. Pablo Escobar in this bitch. So yeah, anybody doing anything for the rest of the evening?
Just dreading the training we're doing.
You don't know what kind of training you're doing.
Right, it might be
No,
like
but she knows that X is planning it.
he might be like, all right, put on these roller skates, and you're gonna be like, fuck yeah.
We should give fucking Sophie roller skates with her goddamn roller derby skills. She would be able to escape the enemies way faster.
You gonna use it in the desert or on the water?
Yes, their magic essence roller skates.
Every time her feet touch the ground, it ices over so she could just skate.
There you go, make it happen.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you guys all go to sleep, and a few hours into your rest, everybody, you're woken up by the sight and sound of Tal hovering about a foot off the ground and letting out this groan noise as you are seeing this cloud of iridescent vapor shooting out of him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Felix would like to move towards Tal to, like, if he doesn't know if he's about to just, like, continue elevating higher or if he's going to fall, but either way, he's going to either prevent him from getting higher or prevent him from falling quickly to the ground.
Sure.
How many hours of sleep?
Tactical hug.
Tactical hug!
2.
2.
Sorry, I'm dumb.
You get up, and as you're making your way to him, he hits the ground, fast asleep still.
Okay, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. See X glowing a little bit green with the hand up towards Tal, and it fades, and he just sits back down.
And Felix is going to spend the rest of the evening, like, directly beside Tal. Tal is probably going to be unaware, wake up to Felix sleepily spooning him. It's going to be great.
He'll be so excited.
Right.
He has
Sorry, it's
chosen
morning.
me.
It means nothing.
Tal, he's chosen me.
Must have slept on a rock or something hard in my back.
Reaches back to move it. Oh!
Oh, hi, Mr.
Nope.
Felix.
It was just a pebble.
Okay. Moving on.
So yeah. So as you guys are sitting there kind of just looking like he's just out, just asleep.
X is going to walk over to him and is any of Tal's skin exposed?
I don't know, Mr. Felix, is it?
Like, give me a minute. It's about to be.
Felix is literally just gonna, like, lay with, like, an arm over Tal, so if he goes to hover again, he's not gonna hover away or whatever. He's literally trying to, like, prevent any issue.
Oh, I'm gonna make one of you float away like a helium balloon one of these days now. It's on my list. You're gonna wake up and just see him like...
I mean,
Moments like this, I miss old Table of Fate.
obviously has to be Felix with his fear of heights.
Oh, yes, that is true. Felix, you wake up 25 feet in the air and slowly rising.
Did you guys hear a woman scream?
It's raining.
I mean, personally, I'd probably piss myself if I woke up floating in the air and continuing to rise, to be perfectly fucking honest.
So X is gonna like go grab Tal's arms and like move him around, see if he can like see any kind of shimmer coming off of his veins, shit like that.
Give me a notice roll.
He do be noticing.
He do be noticing, but he do be noticing nothing.
Hmm. Okay. X will like slowly walk away back to his spot. Felix, you staying with him?
Yeah, I just want to make sure nothing like that happens again. I'll stay right here.
Okay. Just slowly walks away.
Felix has this look, just shaking his head at X like, don't get the wrong fucking idea, but doesn't say anything.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you got the wrong idea. X was about to fucking drain this guy.
Giggity.
Oh, man. With his mouth? I just wanted to make you uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah, that's not what it made me.
Speak it up in frame. You might want to, like, fix your shirt.
Nah. This is the safe space.
Go back to sleep then.
Did Sophie like do anything during any of this?
Just observing.
Okay.
Oh damn!
Yep, that's Tal floating, shooting iridescent vapors out of his mouth.
That
I have
brother's
observed this. She's just...
Anyway.
Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Fucking asshole interrupted my sleep.
Keep it down.
It was probably more of the, if I go close to him, he'll accidentally suck more essence out of me. I'm gonna stay over here.
I'll interpret it our own way.
The remainder of the night is uneventful. No more strange outbursts. And something that you guys hadn't really noticed, just due to everything going on, but even in its current environment, like, the city area that you stay in, there are a lot more noises than there are out in this area that you are now. It was quiet throughout the night, like eerily quiet. Like all you hear is just the light wishing of the water brushing against the rocks that you're laying on. Other than that, there's no insect noises, no birds, no echoing sounds off in the distance. It's just quiet.
Damn, best sleep we've had in a while.
I mean, had it not been for Tal doing that, probably.
Tal woke us up in the middle of the night doing the oogie boogie, went right back to sleep. Okay.
Tal's best sleep in a while. I feel like I was floating on air.
And then I was warm and I woke up and Mr. Felix was cuddling me. It was
Right.
great.
Dreaming about rainbows, warm, floating. And yeah, and you guys wake up in the morning, and that nighttime chill is quickly usurped by the heat of the sun. Essentially,
In December?
in the desert.
Listen, I never been to a desert. How would I understand? I would have thought that winter in the desert was just extremely cold because now there's nothing to keep the oppressive cold away.
Nope.
Felix ain't got heaters. I thought it would be cold out here.
I stoked the fire, like, turn it down. It's hot as fuck. No, even in December, it actually gets really warm. And with you guys being on these, like, dark, arid rocks, that basically by the time the sun is peeking over the horizon, you guys are feeling the heat kissing you. And by the time 9-10 a.m. rolls around, it's hot. Yeah.
X is probably the first one up. If I check over near Tao, he's still
Still Little Spoon.
Alright.
For humor's sake, I'm not making Felix wake up before Tal.
While everyone's still asleep, X is gonna go and find some kind of cloth or something he can turn into a blindfold.
What are you using for that?
We have anything in the raft?
Typically when I pack essentials, I don't include blindfolds. I don't know what your guys' essentials look like though, so you tell me.
If you got like a shirt or something, you can just rip that.
You originally said you were bringing additional clothes because we weren't bringing naked strippers back.
Oh yeah, and we never really unpacked, so.
The strippers might have blindfolds too. So I mean, just saying.
It'll be like a tube top that's just gonna be wrapped around Felix's face.
It's one of X's normal shirts for average everyday wear.
He can let y'all wear that as a blindfold.
Right.
During combat. He's like, fuck that, you get blood or rip it or some shit. Yeah, sure. You can find something to make a blindfold.
Alright, and actually just go and sit on one of the rocks and just look out into the ocean until it wakes up. Pondering life and whatnot.
Tal starts waking up. Oh. Oh, okay.
Let's see, snuggle in a little.
Maybe I'm not awake.
Changed my mind.
There's definitely a sleepy arm, like, over him, too.
I feel like look back and give him a thumbs up and a wink.
I was like, he slowly starts trying to pull Felix's arm.
And that immediately wakes Felix up, because the whole purpose of this was to make sure Tal didn't float away.
Slams his arm down on down.
Yeah. Starts... immediate reaction is to, like, pull down. And then he realizes what's happening, and slowly retract his arm, like, oh, hi, good morning.
I'll grab his arm and just, hi.
Good morning.
You, floated in the middle of the night. Felix is just sleepily trying to wake up.
I was still a little off last night. Did we tango?
No.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, because it'll be okay, but, you know, okay, nope, I'm gonna go. Hey, Mr. X! He gets up and runs.
Did we tango?
Megan, are you alive?
I'm containing myself.
Willow's just sitting there and just gross.
Felix is processing it would be okay if we did.
Oh, Mr. X, ready for training? Whew. Yeah.
Yep. Then he like holds out the torn T-shirt. I got the blindfold.
Okay. You know what? You should probably go get that to him right now. It's yep.
Can't imagine Tal be like, now, anyways, now that we didn't tangle, I'm gonna blindfold you.
Right.
Stop pointing that thing at me. Stop it. Stop it.
All right. X will like walk over, like just hold out an arm with it. You're being blindfolded for this.
Okay. Just kind
Wait,
of
this-
looks over his shoulder, and Sophie like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, yeah, like X looks over and Sophie like getting up now.
Sophie closed her eyes real quick.
Some of this, I'm sure, would have woken her up, but, like, I don't. She is not eager to get into this training, but...
X will walk over and kick her foot.
I'm up.
Yeah, now that I woke you up.
Bitch!
Come on, you need to protect Felix.
What?
Get up.
Aren't you a joy in the morning?
Always.
Rumble, gets up.
Okay, so Felix, you have a problem with sticking with the group. Sophie, you have a problem with
Sticking with the group. When
sticking
she
with the
should.
I think we all have a problem with positioning and trust. So, Felix, you're going to be blindfolded. And Sophie's guidance is going to help you function still, even without sight.
What?
And because you can't see, you can't jump in her line of defense like you always do. So she needs to work on where she's at when shit like this happens. You're going to work on listening to what the group needs. We're all going to work better together. Do I need to explain anymore?
Felix is just sitting there in silence, holding this shirt that he's apparently going to blind himself with, and just like listening and just like looking around. And he just looks so confused. He's just like, okay, been up for 5 fucking minutes.
Okay. Before we start, what are your guys' thoughts on what went wrong yesterday? What could you have done better?
Probably should have taken out the gun instead of trying to go up and punch the guys with guns, because that's always smart, right? Bringing fists to a gunfight, not the right kind of guns. I would have probably been more focused on the task at hand instead of going, hey, I know, I only see one of these things tending to the eggs, why don't we take out the next generation? Oh no, we caused more problems.
Sophie?
You muted.
No.
Huh?
I just hadn't done the words yet.
Okay, your mouth moved a few times, so I wasn't sure.
It does that occasionally.
I don't believe it. Shit, I wasn't muted.
Lost my train of thought now. Thanks, guys.
Chase it.
I've totally had full thoughts all night though. It's been good.
What bad thing happened to you inside that casino?
Well, getting myself in the position where there were 5 of them, and then, trying to just dash away quickly and not be smart about it was not good. Also being too close. Then, standing there holding the door while everybody else that was probably a smart choice too. But I got the door open.
That you did.
And then tripped over a fish goblin thing.
Felix
She looks over at
refraining
Felix.
from speaking outside of MindLink.
So, Sophie, where you were standing, if anyone else was standing there, the sea creatures would have jumped on them. If anyone else made it to that door first, they would have looked back to make sure the rest of the group was safe. Felix, if you didn't run over to those guys with the guns, I was about to. You just moved a little bit faster than me. If you didn't shoot into that nest, I was going to light it on fire. You're not making bad choices, but you're acting individually. You have some bad circumstances, but we went into that casino with very little communication. So, moving forward, we need to fix that. We even had a mind link up. Because when we do work together, we can escape a fucking dragon. Shit like that normal people can't do.
No. Suppose not.
So, the more you sweat when you train, the less you bleed in combat.
Let's just hope I don't get too hot.
Blindfold.
You've seen me burn off clothes before.
You ready, Tal?
You look back and he's standing over next to Willow, holding out his shirt. Says, "Is this what beef jerky smells like?"
I cannot handle this.
And for some reason, she's like, no, that's just, you need a shower.
Oh. Okay.
Tal.
Oh, sorry.
We're good to go.
Okay. He comes jogging over. Okay. So, you gave them the talk and everything?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to become more efficient. Cause like the things I've been doing for us while we were in danger and everything, that's usually something like back in the garden, there would be like several aberrants like working together with their own specialties and everything, and I was just trying to do everything at once to make sure that I lived up to your expectations, and I was told I shouldn't do that because I'm putting too much pressure on myself, and then bad things happen. So I'm not perfect either, but I'm talking too much. Okay, Mr. X, what are we doing? What do we need?
Duplicates.
Okay, and you said 4?
Yep.
Or 5?
4 is
Okay.
fine.
All right.
I feel like I should
Alright.
just go ahead and close the screen since Felix gets to see nothing.
Blacken the screen.
Megan sees nothing. I should X out.
I can stop sharing it with you if you want.
Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna exit out. I just
That
feel like
works.
it makes more sense. Felix can't see, therefore I can't see.
All right. So,
Another thing, Felix. You know, you're not just a walking meat shield for us, right?
Yes, I understand that. But I also understand that when it comes to being able to take a hit, I can do it better than you guys. And if I
You-
can put myself in the way while you guys get yourself some distance, and then I can get some distance to make sure you're not getting hit on the way out, that's my thought process when I do that. It's not a sacrifice. I'm not trying to die. I'm trying to make sure you guys get out, and if anything, if anybody's going to get hit, it's me, not you. I know I don't verbalize well about what I'm doing, but my thought process is to be the line of defense in those sort of situations.
So, the way I picture you is more like a tank.
Yeah,
A tank's main job on the battlefield isn't to go and get shot.
it is
It
both
can
to soak
take a
and deal
hit.
the damage.
No, its job is not to soak damage. It is supposed to maneuver and make a presence on the battlefield. But it can also deal damage. If you get up in there, you can maneuver instead of going straight into damage.
Yeah.
So, when I was watching you fighting those people shooting you point blank in your face, you were doing very little to defend yourself.
I was a little emotionally charged in that moment, but yes.
that needs to change when in that kind of situation. You're more valuable to us alive. Even if you can take all the hits, try not to.
Dodge take, got it.
Tao went toe to toe with the dragon. I stood my ground against a werewolf. We're okay if some slip by you.
Shrug. I mean, of course, but I'd prefer keep it from happening, just in case it's not okay, because sometimes it's not.
One or two people getting past you is a very small concern compared to you getting shot the fuck up. That's a bigger concern on our end.
Yeah, I know.
So, if you're worried about us, worry about our mental state too. If that makes any sense.
Huh. So, pulls the blindfold back down. I guess let's do this.
All right.
All right. So when you cast this, are you saying anything, Tal?
Nope, he's just taking a little bit extra time, and then he's just gonna make them appear.
Okay. Do you have any preference on where positionings are?
Before this gets really started, I'm gonna head to the bathroom real fast.
Sure.
He's been making these gestures and everything, and he's got like this ball of energy between his hands, and he looks over at X and so where am I putting this?
Put them in between them and Willow.
And then he'll do just that.
All right.
I don't know if I can do this.
Should have blindfolded Sophie.
Stop that.
No, I can't help it. You've seen how he draws her.
All right, so Tal lets his ball of energy loose, and in front of you appears 4 fish goblins.
All right. And Tal or X says on the other side of this little island, all right, Sophie, you need to make it to me. Tal, try to push him off the other side.
He turns to the awaiting fish goblins and says, "Okay, push them off."
All right. And they let that kind of chirping noise out as they're looking at Tal, and then in unison, all 4 of them snap their head and look at you, Sophie.
Felix is just sitting there blindfolded with his hands up, like not knowing what to do. like an ambient post-fighter character, like...
Punch Sophie.
To your left! Your other left! Ah!
Oh, Sophie's dead. It's fine. There she goes.
Is Tal doing anything?
No.
Is Willow doing anything?
Nah. Part of this may be the cards Sophie could hand out.
Oh yeah, so
Yes, yeah, her words of warning would probably be something that would enable faster acting.
Sophie has an 8 of diamonds or a queen of hearts that she can give out.
I cannot accept any of them unless I'm told to be accepted as a blindfolded individual.
I don't think that's how
These
that
are
works.
Listen, I'm just trying to put all of the decisions on Allie for more struggle points.
Allie looks like she's got enough struggle points on her right now.
Sure. Billy Boy can take the queen then.
I am definitely struggling. My head is starting to hurt more, and focusing is just really difficult. I know this is a very bad time to not be able to, like...
Hey, at least this is a training sort of deal, and we're not actually up in a big thing at the moment.
I mean, if you need to call it, we can call it.
I think I do. It sucks because it's way early, but I don't think I can do it.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
it's fine.
I mean, it's a good spot to like lead on to the next session.
It's kind of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Tal Cassie's 4 fish
of
goblin,
course.
and they all.
Vanya comes in.
Isn't this how it works when
Yeah.
when we raid people? Isn't that how that works? Well, Banya with the 5 raid. What's going on? We were actually just getting ready to call it. We are entering a training scene, and Allie has been trying to suffer through a bad headache this entire session, and it's catching up to her. So we were actually just gonna call it a little bit early, about an hour early than we normally do. I appreciate you guys thinking of us and coming here, though. Your players opted to end early instead of fight the greater mummies.
That is a fair choice. I mean,
Yeah, so we're actually gonna call it right here, I think, and next week we will pick it up at this training session where Felix is blindfolded and can't see. Sophie has to be his eyes. And there are 4 angry constructs waiting to toss him into the water. You have a great weekend too. Thanks for bringing everybody over. And anybody who's here and sticking around for a moment, I will raid out as well. We'll find someone else that we can pass the love on to. Let me see if anybody else is on right now.
Music.
Wow, there's a lot of people on playing Destiny 2 for some reason. It's really weird.
Wow.
Almost like some big new content released or something.
Right? Hey, there are a lot of nice looking layouts tonight.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
try to raid yourself, Cliff.
It's Portuguese though.
It's always the Portuguese.
What's this one doing? This channel's called Helpful Goat. I like it. It's got a minimal content, but I dig it. So let's go right out to Helpful Goat.
I felt it must have been necessary hearing their name to let out a bleat. Couldn't resist.
Why did they add this feature? Dude.
Certainly a Megan decision.
Raid. Okay, stop. Stop. Did that work? There we go. Apparently OBS added little helpers into it. Now when you type raid, it's like raid and then it puts bracket, channel name bracket. I don't need you to do that. I got this, bro. Thank you, though. So we're going to head over to Helpful Goat. They are playing Spire, which is a persistent campaign, and they have voice acting, improv, and they are English. So if you want to stick around for that, we'll be back next week, and we'll continue where we left off. Arbanya, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. And we'll see you later.